are you doing today? Welcome back to my art channel. Today this is another study type of thing, but this time it's a bit more chilled. It's just me sketching and studying a bunch of crabs, looking at a bunch of reference, trying to study their shapes, their colours and stuff like that. So yeah, today it's just a nice chill study, sketching stuff. So the very first one is one called the Sally Lightfoot crab. I picked this one because I like the colours of it. Like, it has a mixture of like reds and blues, and yeah, so overall very pretty crab for me to work on and study from. So beginning, I just sketch loosely the shapes in, and then putting a layer on top and just doing basically more refined lines for the crab on the shell, the legs and the pattern that I'm sorting, just using simplified shapes and lines. And to remember, this is just a study thing really, and not take it too seriously and not spend way too much time on them. So yeah, I zoomed all the way out to make sure there's a lot of space in the sketching area. You're kind of seeing how I usually sketch in my traditional sketchbook as well, just free and messy and basically loose stuff. And I turned off the rough sketch and leave on the cleaner lines, and then I started basically putting shadows in, erasing, and just putting basic shadow shapes for the crab. And this is the part when I start, just basically colouring in, not taking it too seriously, just studying the colours of the crab, like a bunch of reds, warm browns, yellows, and basically a very light blue. And try to understand the shadows and the colours from the reference of this type of crab. And I use this palette knife brush just to practice different brushes and stuff like that, and just doing basic shadows and layers and half tones and stuff like that, just applying the base tones and colours before later on I actually put more shading into it, but yeah, not take it so seriously. With oranges, did the joints were black, so I painted in the black joints, and then from the lighting there was like some warm lighting, so I did oranges, did more shadows, and I started colouring the eyes, and a bit of a jump cut to where I drawn a crab. Like, I keep forgetting to press record and stuff like that. I'm still a bloody idiot. So I'm sorry if this bothers you a little bit. So I roughly drew in basically the head of this certain crab. I'm drawing in the rough sketch of the basic shapes and then just using cleaning lines. And obviously the other drawing, I added more details and highlights and added a bit of patterns. It looks alright, but at the same time it looked a bit too digital for me, but it looks pretty good, even though this is a digital art and I do like some things about digital work. It's just me practicing and trying to find brushes that I like. And obviously with the head, I started colouring basic colours for it. And this one, I used like more chalky and pencil-y type of brush sets for this one, just to see if I like just experimenting with different brushes, and obviously doing the basic shading and highlights and stuff like that. And I don't think I drew details in like I did with the first drawing to the left. I just basically wanted to study more or less the colours than trying to do a bunch of details to the head, really. So yeah, doing highlights, like very pale light yellows, and I think there was a tint of pink in certain places, and obviously colours of reds, yellows and oranges, and then I did the background in this nice greyish blue colour. And then finally a quick rough drawing of another crab in a different pose. Just a quick, and trying to study their shapes and forms more than anything. Enjoying those legs, making sure to just draw in the simple shapes and tilt it a bit. And I basically jump cut again to when I actually finished the cleaner line work and trying to do cross shading, and this is pretty much done, and I did like a highlighty yellow for the background. And now we're on to study number 2, which is the blue crab. So I did, obviously, like I did with the first one, just doing a bunch of rough sketches, and then later on I did like the cleaner line sketch. My god, sorry if I like can't bloody talk half of the time. So yeah, so I drew in the legs, the claws, and then drew in simple face, and just drawing simple shapes for the crab, and then went back on to cleanly do like cleaner lines. And I didn't little spiky bits on the crab, because the blue crab had like spikes on where the claw is, so you know, the beginning of the claw basically, and around his head basically, and did a bit more details to the eyes, and drawing and putting more details in the shapes to the legs, like drawing where the joints are and the bit of the claw. And then I started shading with a different type of pencil-y brush, like one of the shading brushes, and just did the shading underneath, and then using the eraser brush tool. And then skipped over to the head of the crab. Obviously I already done the rough sketch of the head, and then do cleaner lines, and just, you know, just trying to figure out how they look and work, and trying to find out simpler shapes about them, getting to know a bunch of crabs, and basically generally because I felt like drawing crabs. So yeah, drawing and trying to study a bunch of crabs, that's basically why I was in the mood to do this. So yeah, I did some bunch of colouring for this one, trying to figure out their colours from the references I'm seeing. I did a bit of like a dark greyish green, the pale yellows, browny eyes, and trying to do the shadows and stuff like that. And just experimenting with the different brush tools as we go along. And try not to spend too long on this either, and then painting in a bit detailed brush strokes in certain places there and there. And then added making the pupil part of the crab a bit darker, and added a bunch of highlights there and there. And I was pretty much done with it, I was happy with it, so that I went ahead and painted the background, and pretty much done with that study. And I went on to the next one. This one was a very rough one, so it should be very quick. So I just instead pretty much studied the shape, like I did a bit of the square bit, and then it slowly added more shapes for the crab. So basically I just drew in one of the poses of the crab, one of the perspective that I was in, and just basically drew it, relax, and just studying their shapes and just having a good old time, just literally just drawing, no pressure at all, and just enjoying my time, just, you know, recording these and just not feeling too much pressure doing these studies and recordings. And I did shading down the bottom. And I went ahead and went back to the first drawing and decided to colour it with like an oil pastel brush setting and basically block in some colours, like the colours of the blue crab, the greyish green, then a bit of yellows there. The tips are like orangey reds, and then doing the legs in blue, and then doing the eyes in browns, and then colouring in the spiky things that it has, and just basic shadows, just roughly colouring in the crab. And a bunch of shading and trying out different brushes, blending this and that from the shell, just trying to give it a bit of basic shine and a bunch of dots everywhere because it had like a bunch of dots on the shell. And yeah, that's pretty much the study. I just did a bit of this and did the background. There was one more that I did, but unfortunately recording it and trying to export it, it just wasn't working and it was lagging, and I'll show you at the very end. And then just because I felt like it, I just quickly did a crawl just because I can. So yeah, it's a claw. So yeah, that's pretty much the end study. And in a bit, the last study that I've done that didn't unfortunately record, and pretty much because it was lagging very badly. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this quick study I've done. I wish you all a very good day and stay creative. Okay, goodbye.